Dietary replace programs done up of cheap-calorie soups, shakes and routine consulting should be a suggested NHS treat for adiposity, a BMJ research says. Human beings on the diets lose 3 times more than weigh rather than such taking into account norm diet consultation by their GP, College of Oxford researchers found. And their hazard of evolving cardiac illness and kind 2 diabetic diminished. But expert told it would job just if consuming manners were modified for nice. Professor Gender Ovyard, research writer, GP and Prof of Behavioral Medical at the College of Oxford, told loser weight and compliance it off was difficult. He's dull creature on a regular dietary and human beings fight to adhere to it for a year, he told. Yet these programs get you while your psychological force is at its highest. They'll include to concentrated force in 12 weeks and since they eat so slight, they miss a lot of way rapidly. They are now just accessible informally, though NHS England has told it is examining the diets as portion of a length-term schedule for the NHS. The programs bring everyday calorie consumption by substitute meal in specifically worded drinks, soups and snacks. Breast milk, water supply and fiber supplements are as well undertaken. A common everyday consumption might involve, they as well saw a learned advisor each 1 week, for 24 weeks in full, to assist them adhere to the dietary and hold the way away. Some part of attending were taking into account the normal way control consultation and supporting of their GP experience. At each phase of the research, human beings next the dietary replace program lose more than weigh. Following a year, they had lose on ordinary first 9 lb, compared in part a rock, for such in the normal way losing team. While their bloodstream blood pressure and cholesterol was measurable, down there were as well visible improved. And such in kind 2 diabetic were capable to drastically bring their medicine, though the research found no testimony of the state creature reversed. 1 in 4 persons adults in the UK is fat and the quantity of human beings creature undiagnosed in kind 2 diabetic is on the growth. It is frequently told how loser weigh rapidly on these types of programs might conduct to the way laying behind on once again, but the researchers told the research showed the wasn't the instance. Professor Ovyard told the program was an efficient intervene that GPS can surely encourage, knowledge how it leads to stable weight losing and lowers the hazard of cardiac illness and diabetic. Dr. Varvara McGowan, a term of the Community for Endocrinologist, advisor endocrinology and conduct for care adiposity services at Boys and St. Thomas's Clinic, told, it has the capacity to be scale up through the NHS if found to be price effective as a treat for adiposity. Dr. Katerina Kos, a elder lecturer in diabetic and adiposity at the College of Exeter Care High School, told human beings should not try one of these diets on their own, out of any supporting. Of year loser way is nice if you are obesity, but a big flesh of study indicates how the just way it will job is if with the program as a tool to next changing, as a walking rock to changing consuming manners for nice, she told. Professor Helen Stokes-Lampard, who chairs the King School of GPS, told she would love to see more than study in the region of year, which plant for one patient might not job for else, she told. Or GPS will ever aim to get in expense the natural, mental and public factors potential affecting on a patient's public health while giver them consultation. Professor Helen Stokes-Lampard told weight losing programs should not be seen as the just stock option for patients. Eventually, the top way to remain fit and wholesome is to hold busy, eat a wholesome and balanced dietary, get quiet sleeping, sip reasonably in compliance in guidance, and not fume, she told. The test was underfunded in portion by Cambridge Way Schedule UK. Jen Moore of Northampton utilized the weight losing program trialled in the research. The has furious me. At first period I utilized it, I did really Mississippi way rapidly, perhaps a rock in a few weeks, but as quickly as you back to regular consuming the way shiver behind on. The kind of dietary does anything to bring up obesity human beings length period, and just encourages morbid yo-yo food in my view. In supplement I advanced cholelithiasis and was hospitalized in icterus and pancreatitis as a outcome of them fragmenting. While I had my gallbladder remote, my advisor believed how yo-yo food introduced to me evolving these problems. I am impressed to say how via wholesome consuming I include now lose 3.5 rock and include stored the off for above 2 year currently. Karen Taylor, and her child Jess, of Aylesbury, utilized the identical dietary schedule in spectacular results. Jess has lose fair above 3 rock and I include lose 7 rock with January the year. I include incurred in my way for lot year and with infancy. I overate while pregnant woman in Jess, convenience ate while my wedding ruined downward and extended to tamper myself in meal for year, all the time thought meal was my boyfriend. In January the year we embarked on our way losing travel along and include never looked behind with